Hello everyone, it's Elizabeth. This video is my highly requested white comparisons video. I'm going to be comparing 5 opaque white nail polishes as well as 3 sheer white nail polishes. White nail polish, especially the opaque ones, are fantastic for using as a base for nail art, as well as a great color to wear in the summer. So let's find out which polish is my favorite and what one I think has the best formula. So here are my opaque white nail polishes lined up. From left to right we have Zoya Snow White, China Glaze Summer Moon, Holo Taco Not Milky White, OPI Alpine Snow, and Lauren B. Beauty Hollywood Land. On my pinky, I'm applying 2 coats of Zoya Snow White, and for this video I want to show both coats being applied because I feel like, especially for a white nail polish, it's the formula that is really going to make these polishes stand out. So the first coat on this Snow White one was a little bit sheer, and I was painting my nails pretty terribly with thick coats because this brush was harder to work with because I'm used to using the wider Zoya brush and this was the thinner brush. On my ring finger, I have 2 coats of China Glaze Summer Moon, and this is their pure white polish from their White Hot Summer collection for this year. On my middle finger, I have 2 coats of Holo Taco Not Milky White. On my pointer finger, I have 2 coats of OPI Alpine Snow, which for years has been my go-to white nail polish. On my thumb, I have 2 coats of Lauren B. Beauty Hollywood Land. Here are the side-by-side comparisons, and white nail polish is white nail polish. There aren't a whole lot of color differences, but I feel like there is a difference in the brightness of the whites. So for example, I see that the Holo Taco Not Milky White is the brightest white of them all, whereas the Zoya Snow White is a little bit more of a duller white, almost like an off-white. If you could tell by the formulas, I would also say that Zoya Snow White has the worst formula, which is really surprising for me to say because if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that Zoya is my favorite brand and I really love their formulas. However, I do not think that their white is a contender in this white competition for best white. I just think it's a little bit more of an off-white. If that's a kind of polish that you're looking for, then it's great, but it also doesn't have a super opaque formula. In fact, my 2 coats were a little bit thicker, and I think if you did thinner coats, you might even end up needing 3 coats to make them completely opaque. Kind of the same thing with the Lauren B. Beauty white nail polish. I honestly forgot I had this once when I was making this video, and I pulled it out. I completely forgot I had it. It doesn't have the greatest formula. Again, I could see some patches on my nails where 3 coats might be necessary. So I definitely feel like my top 3 white nail polishes would be China Glaze Summer Moon, OPI Alpine Snow, and Holo Taco Not Milky White. I think that the China Glaze Summer Moon polish did have, again, more of like a thinner formula, and it was a tad bit streaky. Depending on your application, you might need 3 coats, but it still is a really great bright white polish that would be a good base for nail art. My go-to nail polish for years has been OPI Alpine Snow. I think that it has a great formula, especially once you've used it for 3 or 4 times, the formula thickens up a little bit, and then if I'm just using it as a base for my nail art, I really only need 1 coat of that white. The Holo Taco Not Milky White polish is brand new to my collection. I've only had it for a few weeks, but so far it has been my favorite white nail polish ever, especially for nail art bases. It is pretty much completely opaque in 1 coat. There are very few streaks or bald spots, so really if you're just using it as a base for nail art, it's fantastic. The one thing that I will say that it does have a bit of a thicker formula, so it's really not that difficult to work with, but it is more on the thicker side, so it might be a little bit more difficult for beginners to paint. With that being said, because I got it new and it had a little bit of a thicker formula, I know that polishes tend to thicken up over time, so I will try to keep you guys updated when I'm using this polish if over time it gets too thick for me to use, but right now it is fantastic. Even though it has that thicker formula, it's just an amazing white nail polish. It's super bright bright and I really love it, so that is my number one pick. I do have 3 sheer whites to compare for you guys. So the first one is Salon Perfect Pillow Talk. Then we have OPI Funny Bunny, which I love the name of because I have a pet bunny at home. And then on the far right, we have China Glaze Off-White On Point. Again, for these sheer polishes, I'm going to show you all the coats that I'm applying so you can kind of compare the formulas as well. So on my pinky, I have 3 coats of China Glaze Off-White On Point. On my ring finger, I have 3 coats of OPI Funny Bunny. On my middle finger, I have 3 coats of Salon Perfect Pillow Talk. Here are the side-by-side comparisons, and they're pretty much the same polish. I will say that the OPI Funny Bunny one had the thinnest formula, so I think it would need 4 coats to become the opacity of the other 2 polishes, and it's not quite my favorite polish. And I'm not a huge fan of sheer whites anyway, but they are really pretty and they would be great for a professional setting. Then with the China Glaze Off-White On Point polish, it had a pretty nice formula, but if I'm being honest, I think my favorite would be the Salon Perfect Pillow Talk polish. I think it had the best formula, and it did become the most opaque in 2 coats, which I know it's supposed to be a sheer polish, but I just feel like it covered the nail the best, and it wasn't super streaky, and I just feel like the formula on that one was the best. So those are the polishes that I have for sheer whites. So that is it for this color comparisons video. I really hope you enjoyed seeing all of these white nail polishes compared side by side. It was almost like a competition because white nail polishes are white nail polishes. It's not like my other color comparisons videos where the formulas can have a different undertone to them, or one polish is darker, one polish is lighter. White is kind of white. So as you can kind of see, some of them were a little bit brighter, some were duller, but I think at the end of the day, white nail polish is white nail polish, and I do have a new favorite, which is the Holo Taco Not Milky White, but if you are looking for one that you can get in a store, OPI Alpine Snow is going to be the way to go, 100%. I've used it for years. It's absolutely fantastic, but I am interested to see the Holo Taco formula and see if it gets thicker at all. We shall see, but hopefully you did enjoy this video, and you'll have to let me know in the comments what your favorite white nail polishes are, because I would love to test out a few more. So let me know in the comments what your favorites are, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!